guys, welcome to Music B&B. I'm 315, and today I'm joined by Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
And I'm also joined by Scott. Say hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
That was good. Right, see you later. No, Ben kind of introduced himself last week with his musical background, and we kind of breezed over it within about 10 seconds. So, Ben, would you like to give a more in-depth musical background to yourself, please?
No.
Okay, Scott, tell me about your musical background.
It's a bit blurry at the moment.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's quite a blurry background. So the idea behind our game, it's called Stick or Skip, is we're going to listen to a track. We'll talk about it as we go along. At the end, we'll decide whether we want to stick with the track. So if it came on our Scott doesn't
Bye,
care
Scott.
anymore.
How about if I put it over here? Pause.
Pause. Okay, so our first song is by a band called Melt, and the song is called Bluh.
I love the name.
Guessing rock. Nickelback?
Nickelback maybe, but crossed
No.
with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
Bass with the
Chili's.
slap on the bass.
Scott's raised a hand. you know how I was talking to Ben just while you were just off saying like we needed something and we want to say something, just put our hands up. And you just raised a hand. Yes, Scott.
So far so good.
That's not what you got to say.
Thank you very much. I love the hands
This
up.
is very like Corn. Very Corn.
On the cop.
The band Corn.
Yeah.
Louder.
Yeah. I think the same, like vocals are very sort of quiet. Also,
Unless it's meant to be like that, but it feels like it's in a verse at this point, not just like background noise. So I think they need to be louder. But I reckon it's really good. I really like it. This is probably one of the best ones we've listened to so far.
yeah. Production's
Today.
good. Yeah. Scott, you could just chime in. Like you don't have to raise your hand on the Zoom.
Sorry,
call.
let me just. Yeah, I've not understood the word yet of that. Something about creaming. I don't know.
I feel like it's lacking that punch and energy, and maybe that grit that I quite
I don't know,
enjoy in
man.
rock.
It's
But,
got a lot of energy.
there'll be fans out there of Deftones and Korn that will love that kind of style. So it's here where I'd like double up the vocals, like really have like some extra like some highs and lows harmonies, because I think this is the chorus, but it's kind of all one thing at the moment. It feels like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really have a bad thing to say about it yet, apart from vocals need to be a bit louder. I don't want to have the lyrics up.
Yeah.
Scott's put his hand up.
Scott's.
I'd like this live,
Yeah,
I feel like you could be stood there listening to this.
yeah. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie, right? I have literally just added it to my phone. I don't even know how to say it.
Nice.
You can't even see it. Oh, there you go. Look, I've added it to my playlist. That's
Which
it. It's gonna work.
playlist? Gym playlist?
You know
Track
what?
playlist?
I could. Yeah,
Garden playlist?
all of it. Do you know what? I think
Happy little self playlist?
no, like painting pottery playlist.
Yes. No, I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah.
That's the last thing I'd expect to hear today. Painting pottery playlist. Okay, I like this bit.
I think it's really, really good, and I would listen to that. And I've added it to my playlist, and I'm going to listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't know. It depends on what you're doing. Like for me, if this was like in the background while I was doing something, I probably wouldn't skip it. But I'm not a massive fan of the vocal style, that kind of grungy style itself. But I would stick with it. I definitely would.
I think it's from
Scott.
Jim.
I think he's saying stick.
I think
The
that's
brown's
hard.
blending in a bit too much with the background.
Brown
even
is
see
the
the
color of
brown.
sticking. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Just
a
brown
stick with a
thing is
leaf on it. What's that mean then? We just don't play any other songs now we've stuck.
That's it.
See you next week,
done.
guys.
You know
Hey,
what I
look, it's
mean?
Callum. He's driving in his little invisible car with his little tiny steering wheel.
So this artist is called Tape Pusher, and the song's called Kalimba Dreams. What genre do we think, guys?
Tape pusher, all one word. You know, it's not tape
Tape Pusher.
pusher.
There's field recording mics stuck to that steering wheel. I think that's a kalimba.
Oh, that's such a good sound. This is trippy. Is that a xylophone?
I think it's a kalimba. It's, YouTube background music vibes we getting. This was the background of a YouTube video while some guy was making something in his workshop.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect music for that. Yes, Scott.
Will I have time to get a drink at some point?
Everyone else is drinking. Look.
Yeah, I didn't plan ahead.
Can I just say one thing? And this is going to sound really bad if it does end up having this, but I hope there's no vocals in this because it doesn't need vocals at all. If it just sticks on like this, then I'm happy.
Depends on the
I'm
vocals.
feeling
Don't
it's
ruin it.
instrumental. Yeah.
Don't ruin it with vocals.
It's actually like quite a good vibe, this.
I like it. So far, 2 out of 2.
It's going well.
Yeah. It's so weird because I don't have anything that I can think of that I would change or, do differently to improve it.
Nothing. Production's great.
Yeah.
Really kind of lo-fi vibe. If it's real kalimba as well, that's very good.
What's a kalimba?
I think he's got a microphone at the back of that, and then some weird kind of like drum thing to play with. Watch me be incredibly wrong with that.
I don't know if how I would change it or if I would change it. It's obviously a very niche sound, like very chill sound.
It's stick though. Like if this was in the background while I was doing something, 100% sticking.
I mean, you could be cleaning the house and listening to this, and it'd be just chill.
Yeah, clean that house.
Can I get a drink now?
This is gonna be country. I can guarantee it's gonna be country.
I was feeling rap, but then looking at
the
trucker hat, yeah, maybe.
Time for a change.
I think you're right. It's country.
Then you're googling.
Yeah. What's with the
Led Zeppelin vibes. Led Zeppelin vibes.
Okay. Guitar vibes.
Just the guy playing vibes.
I was trucking down to Oregon. It's country to the extreme.
What's that song from? What's that song from Need for Speed Underground? That was like very country, where everyone used to love. What was it called?
Drift.
That's Tokyo Drift. No, Need for Speed. It was like one of the. It was like I can't remember.
Mustang Sally.
No.
Better slow that Mustang down. I know what you're on about. Need for Speed Underground 2. There was a song everyone loved.
I've got it wandering hard, and I'm wondering
vocals could be a bit louder. There's a buzz on the guitar, and there's also a little ringing. You'll hear it now. Like,
is that deliberate?
I thought that was just tinnitus, but
it's playing something, but it keeps ringing out from the way.
Is that what you get when you play with a capo? Is that what sound you get?
That's not intended though.
It could be intended to me, but I'm just
you could be making it to sound very like a very raw.
I did notice
sound,
it from the start,
like
but I thought
around.
It could be quite a raw sound, yeah. Which is fine in country.
Knows that's where I belong. Oh, the highway is my home.
Okay, I think that's the chorus. Highway's my home. That's the name of the song. See, I'd say it's missing like instruments, obviously, but
even
I
like
think
a
it's
second
needed.
guitar. Even like a second guitar though in the background, playing a little bit of a melody.
Yeah, perhaps or like
sounds
a slide.
Sounds like there's some more about the story it's telling.
Yeah, they usually are in country, aren't they?
Yeah.
To focus on, but I can't imagine what it would sound like full band, and if it would sound better full band. I don't think it would.
I don't think it needs full band. I think it just needs another guitar in the background, like you say, doing a little bit of a, I don't know, melody.
Yeah, perhaps another vocal, but other than that.
But at least I had some dough blocks that came to try to help me, but I told them no thanks, Joe.
Nice.
So you could double up on your vocals right there.
Yeah.
I think he's tried to. I can hear a little bit of double vocal there, but it's not loud enough.
Yeah, it's doubling up the vocals, but the same vocal.
Yeah,
Yes, we'd want like a harmony, like lower.
Yeah.
This would sound really cool, like if you were out for the night at a bar. This would fit in perfectly.
Don't know if
Oh, you can hear harmonies now. Can we go back? Hear it now.
Yeah. I don't know if it needs all this.
As you say, until the last 30 seconds, it didn't feel like a 5-minute song. It actually went quite nicely, quite quick. I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
And
But
then you get on.
it didn't need that ending, did it? Though.
There's a good 40 seconds or so of
Bass just playing.
stringing it out.
15
Yeah.
seconds. You get 15 seconds at the end. Do what you want. Boom, move on. Not me. Next song.
Oh,
I would probably stick with it for maybe about a minute or two, and then I probably would be like, I want to.
that's one for Stick. Scott?
Even though it's not my genre, stick.
I'm gonna have a half stick.
Okay,
Half chill one.
half a Stick.
I have a sty.
I might skirt. Give it a skirt, this one. It feels
Sticky.
sticky. It just feels quite demo-ish to me. Like you'd hear
Yeah, it
this in a bar and be fine, but if it
If it
came
was
on my
live-
own thing, I'd skip it. You know, I'd choose maybe the studio version if there was one.
If it was live, I think it definitely sounds like a live
Yeah, I kind of
song.
half
was recorded live.
expected like claps at the end. The way he's absolutely going at it at the end, it sounds
Yeah.
like a guy who's had a few beers. He's like
Pandering to the crowd, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
He's just going to clap cheeks at the end.
Yeah, man. That
What does it say? Oh,
it's The Waves Rise Ever Higher by Kurt Coe. Not Kurt Cobain, Kurt Coe.
it's definitely going to be grunge, isn't it?
You feeling?
The fact that it's called Kurt Coe.
And it almost looks like a VHS video kind of effect on the top of that as well. So
It's almost like graffiti, yeah. Like a graffiti tag that's been blurred.
I don't know if it does. I might have been wrong.
No.
It's too early to tell.
That distortion, man, getting me. Quite a long intro.
It's interesting though.
If there is an intro, if this is it. I've got a feeling it's just going to be electronic.
It's very
That banjo.
anticlimactic so far. I mean, it might still.
Slightly banjo-y.
It's not a banjo. It's a sitar.
Sitar, that's how yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it
Or
that,
something similar.
that Chinese instrument, Kyoto?
Kyoto vibes.
It's that drummer-based tempo.
It's sort of like 140 BPM.
That's dubstep. I think faster, like 160.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just not hitting hard enough, like you said.
And the deep synth is a bit overpowering.
It feels like I'm stood outside of a nightclub and they're not
Hear
letting
it
me
from
in.
outside.
And
Yeah.
I can hear it from outside the nightclub. And I'm like, oh, it sounds like it's bumping in there, but I can't
Yeah.
quite hear it because the bouncers tell me to go away because of the shoes.
It also feels quite, I don't know, cyberpunk kind of.
I never played the game.
No, I haven't, but the vibes from it were totally this.
I have played the game and no.
Yeah, you get me. Just never hit him. The impact's the same throughout.
Yeah.
It's very like filler music. And it's bit repetitive, and then considering there's no like progression or
You say
anything,
the first minute we've heard the song, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
by this point, it doesn't need to be 4 minutes.
I've already heard it like 3 times now.
Yeah.
If you did really love it, you wouldn't have to put it on repeat quite as many times the longer it is.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a better ending. Just
Yeah.
Letting it
No.
fade there.
yeah,
Would have been weird if he did like a banjo for like 10 minutes at the end as well.
sitar.
Yes. Although,
Maybe
now we mention it, maybe.
maybe it could work.
Maybe.
Not for 50 seconds though. Maybe for like
15, I think we said before. Yeah, 15 seconds.
Skipping,
5.
sticking.
I'm. It's good, but I'd probably skip.
Skip, just because I've given everything else a stick, and not that I don't like it. It's,
You can't just because you've done the rest sticks.
He needs to be a.
it just depends on the vibe, doesn't it?
Probably skip as well. So yeah.
That's 3 SKs. You know what that
Sorry.
means? You have to remove it from iTunes.
No. We just
No.
take on board the advice.
That's not the rule.
Oh, is that not the?
Get better.
Imagine. Delete.
Oh my word.